All right, hey there, folks. It's been a moment in real life since episode 1, but I am back on campaign here. We have a very different setup. So we've done some mic checks here. We have a different microphone and headphone setup. Anyways, if things sound different than in the past, it's because it is on my end, and so we're working towards improvement. But tech stories aside, let's go ahead and see what we have to do in campaign. I think this is us out here in the middle of nowhere. That sounds like something we would end up... No. So, again, it has been a moment in real life, so I actually don't remember where I am. And, yeah, I did absolutely nothing to prep for this video. I just wanted to get in and play. The updates that have come out mean, among other things, that... we're not playing with our 3D. not that we're ever going to get in any battles anyways, but we don't have our 3D, our improved 3D mods. So that's too bad. But that's okay. Because really this is more about testing hypotheses I've accumulated from previous... No way. We got this guy. I thought I got this guy last time. This is like the other companion I wanted. Because he's good. Now, yeah, I know I didn't do any of that. Tell me... Yes, I have both the trusty sergeant and the resolute officer. And apparently the son of a minister, you know, it's not bad. Plus, I got Pelham on staff. And John H. Morgan, you know, it's... Yeah, like, this is... I mean, for, what is it, September 1861? Like, how is this not the dream team? I hope I don't lose these companions. I do have to put that companion to work now that he showed up here. So that was a heck of a way to start this episode. All right, so we got to go to camp life, and I know in the manual it tells you. Does it actually tell you now when you hover over them what they're good at? All right, consult companions. I have somebody doing that. Exercise troops and inspect readiness. The thing is, I don't plan on doing either of those. I do plan on doing it. Consult subordinates, yeah. Obviously consult companions. I think everybody does. And he only does military studies. All right. So there is a way to move folks around if this is not... Right. So I think the trusty sergeant is the only one that I have that... Right. His other things don't really apply here. I wish I could remember now what the other thing was. It was consult subordinates. That's that's a decent one, and yeah, nobody else can do it. But all right, well, sorry, Fort Line. But now I don't feel like I need to put the extra hours in. So we got an extra 2 hours. I mean, I know it's a small staff. I'd still like to try to build them up. Again, it has been... So leadership seems higher than I remember it. I have absolutely no qualms about the administration. It's too much at this point. Initiative and cunning are like the two things I don't care about because I tend to fight the battles anyways. But I know that, you know, it helps overall. But the admin is usually the one thing I kind of care about that matters to me. So we got to figure out what to do with those extra 2 hours. I still don't like, considering we command a relatively... Let's make sure that this is actually true. I think it's a relatively small force. Yep. You know... If we had the weapons, I would be thinking about putting the prestige into those weapons. But we actually have some troops I might want to sit with, at least for the next year. All right, so now that I've kind of got the lay of the land, let's for now, let's put 2 hours into this. You know, maybe we'd be better spent on prestige and just trying to jack all the prestige that we can, but We're going to stay where we are. I don't remember before I exited this, whenever it was. This was a while ago. So we had no active action. That's a mistake. These are the two choices. I don't think we can do this one yet. Yeah, we can't do this one yet until we get promoted. We're on our way to getting promoted, but we ain't there yet. We don't have enough. Well, we don't have enough for a political rally. So fundraising, it's really the only choice. Yeah, we actually don't have to think about that one too hard. And it says, I ordered our units to march northward. Absolutely no part of that is true. We will wait here. I will see if I can get our troops, particularly the Cav, who is not here, if I can get them better. Oh! Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't care. Maynards are the best. But I don't know how many we're going to order. And so I'm gonna divvy it out in the hopes that there's enough Jocelyn's and Maynards to go around. If you have mixed muskets, tell me we also... Yes! Alright, this is... There have actually been 1 or 2 dev patches that have gone through, and I don't know if this is helping. Richmond and Fayetteville, I lean towards... Well, so this is actually 500 yards and 3 a minute. Mediocre accuracy, mediocre... Yeah, we'll go with Fayetteville. I'm not going to spend more time thinking about that one. Yeah, it sapped a bunch of stuff, but whatever. I think I'm going to be with this command for at least 12 more months. And so I'm willing to invest that in the hopes that we get back, what, 400 prestige or so? Hopefully, with the improved weapons on the battlefield, we'll definitely get that back. I don't know. Our CO here, Magruder, has... Well, it's not actually Magruder, because we've only done 1 episode so far, but it seems like in several campaigns here, we kind of just get ordered, or we get assigned to commanders who just don't want to fight. And until we get control of our force, our independent corps, our army, whatever we call it, there's really not much I can do about that. And so... there is that. So that was already... Alright, so then we have to move to convert money to prestige. Because, and I've mentioned this here and elsewhere, there just don't seem to be that many efficient uses of money. If you use money for a number of these things, so... I think I call them trinkets and adornments, but the uniforms, equipments, weapons, items. The mounts I kind of get. And I think that there are some like decent deals here, but it frequently seems like you spend a ton of money and get very little prestige back. So this is playing not long, less than a week after a new patch, and so I don't know if they've rebalanced it. I haven't touched it in my own mods, and so we'll see what happens here. But I generally don't care to have money except to the degree that I can convert it to prestige through whatever the name of the action is that I'm running through now. Political rally. That's it. And we actually seem to be moving. I mean, we're up to 3 stars of leadership. All right, so now I'm wondering if the recent patch, so they had to fix it because a number of action cards weren't actually delivering on what they said, and now it seems like we are ranking up way too quickly. The increase in leadership, the increase in I think it was initiative there, that seems way too fast for less than a month. But I can't complain about the companions. Like this is kind of the dream playthrough, except for the fact that it's October and we haven't got our first battle. But I might have been speaking too quickly. It looks like I was speaking too quickly. We're gonna get it. Department of Pennsylvania is gonna test us. 26,000. All right. If the Army of the Northwest gets here, I don't hate this. If it doesn't, we're gonna get crunked and not in a good way. Yeah, it's not in a good way. I mean, I'll go, because if I don't... I'm more worried about what the AI is going to do, but I think that this is going to be bad, folks. All right, we are almost done here, and to spill the beans as we load in, I have from the first episode to this, I actually like the Fredericksburg map a lot. I don't know what the opinions are. Actually, few people have said that they hate it, but you know, we'll see. But I enjoy the Fredericksburg map. It's not my favorite, but it's not terrible. The devs in the latest notes seem to indicate that a number of things that were previously not working with deployment at end of day should be working, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a deployment phase. Okay. All right. You know. Let's just, we have no orders at the moment. We're going to move ourselves up here. And we are more than half of our force. So if they want us back, they can take objective. Oh, okay. Tell me that was on the way. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, we don't have the... Well, we were going there anyways. So we'll continue going there. Where did... I think the Union's going to get there first, so I'm not really in a rush. Yeah, if they're over here... Yeah, they're going to get there first. And so we might as well... go for the next best thing, which is going to be moving up to Maurice Heights and seeing what we can do there. Maynard's, and Fayetteville. You know, for October 1861, I feel like we should be on our way. The reason why I haven't gone up to 20X, and maybe I can just pause you all so you don't have to watch us crawl up to Maurice Heights, is that there are rumors. This is the way Grand Tactician works. It's rumors in the various fora, and apparently in battle, going over 5X, and in campaign, going over 20X speeds will really screw and make the AI worse. And I'm not looking to do that, but I'm also not looking to waste anybody's time, so I'm going to pause you until we get there. All right, so at least our lead Cav brigade is almost to where it should be. And that's good. Speaking of good, let's try to get into those stone walls there. Or maybe those buildings there. But yeah, between the last episode and this one, I got a new motherboard. I put a new CPU that didn't work in the attempted new motherboard, which I had to RMA back to NZXT. I tried to get the, I think it's the N7 B550, and unfortunately, I thought for sure I had screwed it up, but when I told NZXT support about what I had done, they suggested the RMA, and so I was like, all right, well then I guess it's time. So apparently you can't like get those boards anywhere, and the one that I got was defective. So that was sad. But I've gone back to MSI, which I never had any problems with for the last 3 point whatever years that I've been on YouTube. I use the old Tomahawk Max B450, and I had absolutely no complaints. It was not a new motherboard when I got it, and it served me well in the interim. But it was time for an upgrade, and so I've gone back to them. I got the X570, the Meg X570, and with the new CPU, which is the Ryzen, I'm gonna get this wrong, 9500X. Yeah, everything works. The Ryzen CPU I tried in the old Tomahawk motherboard, and my goodness, that thing ran dangerously hot. So I was not comfortable with that. Anyways, we've done that, and so I don't notice much. Unfortunately, in Grand Tactician, they're actually no, I lied. Right now we're doing okay. We're actually, oh my god, we got over 60 frames. But remember, we don't have the improved 3D models, and this is not a large battle in terms of manpower, but we're actually getting 60 FPS in 1440 here, and We can do up to 144 FPS, but I think I probably set most of these to limit themselves at 120 because I don't plan on getting above that. But yeah, the MSI board, there are rumors on the interweb that apparently MSI and Ryzen do not work. So far, I can say that I haven't experienced those. Who knows what other folks have had. I do need to try to make it up here. I'm not trying to spam prestige, so before you spam the comments and be like, why are you doing this? So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, what you can do, I don't know, maybe it's fixed in the current patch and they just didn't list. No, absolutely nobody told you to move there. What you can do is you can move into an ordered zone. And then if you move out of it and move back into it, you get the prestige bonus from reaching the zone multiple times. I know about it. I haven't done it in previous campaigns, and I don't intend to do it in this one. But that is a thing. If like you feel you really want to cheese this hapless AI, go ahead. My goal actually is to try to get into Fredericksburg and deny the Union the choke points here. It doesn't look like we're gonna make it to deny the 1st Brigade unless they march all the way past, and maybe they're trying to cross down here on the Pine Grove Railroad Bridge, or the oh no, they don't have this constructed. They do have this one constructed though. So as with many things, it remains to be seen. All right, we got to speed this up, so otherwise the entire video will be me trying to get to the pontoons. Well, good on them. They're going to go up here and they're going to get across. And that's okay. They've gotten the 5-pointer. We're going to have this 5-pointer. They're going to get across over here. The challenge is going to be, can we hold this area? And this is high ground over here. So I don't know if we can fully show it. But if the Union gets up to here, and I'll try to zoom in as much as the mods I've made have allowed. This is high ground overlooking Fredericksburg. We'll see if they can do it. They may just try to come straight in. I think holding the backside is not terrible. And is this a brigade that is feeling... that might feel that they have the chance? I love those kind of AI brigades. If we can move through our own buildings here, we're going to get up to here. That's Breckenridge. Davidson is ours. He's in the wrong spot. I don't think we're going to get him up here in time. Yeah, Hurlburt can go there. And DeRossi is ours. And I'll move him up that far. And I'll move myself up. Right, this is the GreatScots campaign because... the randomly created by Grand Tactician's random assignment thing character came up with this guy, and I can't. Oh, so they're already across. Okay. Hopefully that knows to just move us. Yeah, we can go down to 1x. And DeRossi, what can you do? You can get into those buildings. Considering we're still thinking about fighting this, I think that's fine. And for now, let's take this away because it's ugly. And let's minimize this. And let's get as much of the battlefield as we can in the camera. I've heard y'all in the comments, you hate the in the saddle view. I actually like it, but I don't love it. So I'm happy to not do it. But yeah, you can see the improved 3D models mod, which I'm pretty sure they broke when they did this update. You can see that it tends to help the CSA. I don't know why, but the CSA uniforms generally look much better after the mod. The Union ones look better, and I think it has to do with just the variation in CSA. All right, we gotta stop, you guys. Stop. All right. We're going to do the Hagrid stop, which is to try to, dismount so at least we get more time before... Oh, my... All right, try to shoot them. Yeah, sure, go for that. Dismount. All right, so we've dismounted, but we don't have an option for loose formation. Have we not actually dismounted? All right, there we go. All right. Yeah, so I don't actually want to do that, and I think we're just going to hang out here. You know, we were outnumbered 2-1. We kind of got to just live with it. These guys look like they're thinking better of it. Hill, unfortunately, is not ours. And remember that my cav... Well, this is very early war, so everybody's green, to paraphrase Lincoln. But my cav is really, really green. And so I think the best we can try to do is hold this side of Fredericksburg. Maybe hold these. We're not going to be able... Right? Because we can hold these. Cav hate fences. You heard it here first. And so the cav models frequently get stuck there. So if the Union knows to try to get up on this hill and they have artillery, I did not look at the artillery matchup before we got... All right, where is this? Just clicked out of the game, so we're going to fly to the bottom of the screen. But where? You want us to go... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't think we actually need to do that. Yeah. But we do need to try to survive here. So we'll try to move them at the double. All right, well, hill's not mine, so it... Not my fault. We have Breckenridge here commanding cavalry with good rifles. All right, so we see that they're coming out here. They're not doing this stupid stuff that it looks like we're about to do. Sure, go ahead and do that, but do it quickly. That shouldn't be ours. That should be ours, and we'll do our best to hold this position. If they come on a very dank flank around to the left, that's where they come. You know, you can't win everything. We're not going to get cover. Oh, I should mention I'm also... Wait, oh, no. You're going to... All right, let's slow down. Let's actually slow down. Are you kidding me? How did we take... Oh, because you guys never went loose. Or I probably never ordered you loose. Well, we're going to try to withdraw there. Alright, so Breckenridge knows what to do. Yeah. They're probably going to rout. Yeah, they're going to rout. Okay. Maybe we can get it back. I'm not sure. It's the beauties of water crossings in this game. But yeah, we are dealing with a new mic. We're also dealing with Bluetooth headphones, which before this, for the last 3-point-whatever years, we've been playing on a wired headset with the microphone built in. Oh my god. Should I just order the attack? I don't even know. Oh, okay. Well, we broke, so that was great. Alright, we'll order ourselves over here, which is where I thought we were going to get before. This is why arrogance is a bad thing, and even though you may assume that you're always going to get there before your enemy, you frequently will not. So we have to deal with them routing. Probably shouldn't have jumped out of here. Halt. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to rally and let's see if we can get them to. But this is a battle by numbers. We should not have taken. You can see the artillery. Oh my! They're going to make a stand there. Fine. I mean, that's their choice. It's not what I would have done, but it is what it is. I guess we gave up on pushing here. Yeah, so it's DeRossi in there. We should have... Well, somehow, some way, they've gone to cap this objective. I think early in the war, capping the objective might make sense. Let's move at the double here. Deploy to engage. Yeah, okay. Engage at will. Yeah, okay. I'm still going to play defense. I don't know what they're talking about. We're not going in the saddle here. As much as it is career mode, because actually in the saddle, I'm back here rallying troops. And while I like it, there's a difference between what you post and kind of what you like to play. So. I really wish the decks would include the improved 3D models mod in the base game. I don't know what they have to do to reach out to that modder to make it work, but my goodness, if it costs them money, think about how long they've been doing this. I think it was almost 6 years in pre-development before it even went to early access, and it's been not quite 3.5 years since then, but it's basically 3.5 years since then. That modder got those models looking a little bit prettier than they already do. Alright. This is our functioning cab unit. Yeah, I wonder if that's because of the route of our cav. I have made mods to the general layer that should reduce some of the advantages of skirmishing and of cav in general, just because my sense that they're a bit overpowered, and it's hard to get cav to work by equalizing things for cost, just because of the way the economy works. But that was something I intended to do. Breckenridge here is not doing bad. I mean, that was almost 10 points of prestige there in, I don't know, 20 seconds in real life on these infantry brigades that are now held up and rather than crossing the bridge. So I'm okay with that. I don't know if the Rossi's just says status is in building. So I don't know if they're actually shooting or not. As long as Breckenridge is not getting shredded, though, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see. Davidson is unstable. What we're going to have Davidson do is try to rally. I'm going to have... yeah, I guess I don't control Magruder, so I can't make him rally. But I wish I could. And otherwise, we'll just watch and see how Breckenridge does. As his boys, I don't know if they have Maynard from Jocelyn's. They definitely don't have Maynard. That's the Rossi. They have the Maynards. Alright, they have the Maynards, so we're just going to let them unload. And hopefully that's enough to... Wow, it is not. That is what this is telling me. Why not here? Davidson back. Davidson is improving at a rate of 54% an hour. So Davidson could be back in the fight realistically probably within 2 hours. Probably another hour of morale building, and then I would hope it's not more than an hour to move Davidson from here to here. But you never know in this game. So we're just gonna leave it as is. Yeah, for their numbers, Breckenridge's guys are doing absolutely fine. Take a look at the prestige counter. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We did have a route, so that'll be against it. So that counts kind of what we've done positively. It doesn't count Breckenridge's running. Alright, what we're going to do is That's stupid. We're not going to take that exchange. So we'll at least shoot back, and after that we'll lay down. I've also dramatically reduced how fast units shoot once they run out of ammo, which primarily helps cavalry. Since cavalry feel a bit overpowered as they are, it was one of the other things I modded. Not taking a look at the map in a while. I don't know how things are going. I know that we do have that objective. It looks now like... I bet that is delayed, though. I don't know. Maybe they're moving to the road and then they're going to try to move around. I'm not sure what the Union play is here. For now, we should be okay. Wow! I've never heard them say that before. But, this is not a family-friendly channel, and it never has been. But then I'm going to have these headphones protected as noise canceling and other things, so we'll see. Alright. I think it's just about time to pull Breckenridge out. Are you ready to go in 64 plus 64? Alright. Try to get you all facing the same direction. Man, that was 2x speed, but you all do move fast. And so what we're going to do now... we'll get them down. We'll get them loose. I'm going to try to move them up that far. For some reason, when we went in this formation, we reversed ourselves. So that is fun. Alright, and you can see we have shot through our ammo now. I don't know if I believe the smoke puffs. We should be shooting much more slowly. And, yeah, I mean, we went from +3, +4 casualties inflicted around to +1. I don't know. I feel like brigades that are this close should be able to share ammo, but what we're going to do to try to keep the role playing alive here is to withdraw this. To be replaced by them. Does any of this make a difference? No. I'm really surprised at that. But the victory points are not huge, so I guess that's okay. Wow. All right then. Yeah, and we're a long ways off from causing any casualties that would cause them to break. So I'm not optimistic about this. We'll order Davidson's brigade up. We'll see what they actually do. Breckenridge can go back at the double time. I don't know if they're actually going to get there. DeRossi, I hope that they haven't. Yeah, so they haven't actually expended much ammo because it's not the full brigade that's shooting. I think it was like the dudes, maybe in that building, actually shooting. If the Union wanted an easy win, they would just recross, concentrate against Bryan's division, wipe them, and we'd probably lose on the total war equivalent of army losses, I would think. This is Davidson, alright. They should have tons of ammo. Remember, they have the Jocelyn's, which are good. They're not dangerous. So we will keep an eye on them. Ranges, we get A-sense for, let's see, if we lay down, can we still hit them? We cannot. That's too bad. Wow, 11 points on the stand-up. That was impressive. But we'll go on board with Davidson's boys. It's still a chunky, yeah, +9. It's still a chunky brigade here with good weapons. Alright, so we've gone up to 1,000. So we've got at least 100 each. area with our infantry, with DeRossi's infantry in those buildings, and just inflict casualties as they come. But I would be inclined after that to just retreat my division. If Magruder doesn't understand that the situation is lost, I feel like I can't help him. This is definitely lost if they usually take those kind of casualties and sit there. Oh my goodness! Davidson's almost out of ammo already. I guess the good times fly by. We are on 5x speed, so it's not that surprising. We'll have them fall back as well. And see if the Union wants to come up and play. I don't hear a lot of Union artillery barking at this point, and they would be able to level those buildings. Otherwise, DeRossi's large brigade, I mean, it's just about maxed out, is going to have an advantage here. So I'm not sure what the long-term plan is. So that's Hills, guys. Not sure. I guess we try to deploy like that. I guess we can try to deploy like that. I don't know. They should come into range of DeRossi soon. It doesn't. Hold on. I say it doesn't look like they fixed the. They might have fixed it. Yeah, there was a problem with perk executing on accruing. If you fought the battles manually. Are they really just standing right outside the range? They might be. Well, I guess we'll watch and see how skirmishes are doing, and we'll go from there. We don't quite have the MTW3, right? Dudes in the building sticking their bayonets out. That would be cool. I've never heard those guys before. I hope the quality of the headphones is better and that it's capturing, but some of the bass stuff is better than it used to be, so that's nice. I don't fault the AI for moving up methodically here. That makes sense. And we just barely got it back to minor victory. I think we're going to have to speed things up here, though, because otherwise this battle, in real life, it's going to take way longer than it should. Alright, I'm kind of glad they finally broke. Now we can actually get maybe something like a fight. I know it's 3 in the afternoon in October, but it should still be. Alright, so I think that's DeRossi's guys that are getting that advantage. We're just keeping Breckenridge and Davidson here for the morale support that, yeah, they should be given to DeRossi's guys with Fayetteville's in those buildings. They should be, wow, and we got the route, so I'm not complaining. But they do have 2 fresh brigades coming up. Well, we will see what happens with all these green troops here. We can expedite the route. You just really wonder about the AI, right? More than 3 years out. And like, what is this? What is this? Like, I don't think multiplayer solves the problems of GTCW, because I think you then go from not doing like obviously easy things to the cheese tactics that you get from folks who play multiplayer RTS, and their self-worth derives from how they perform in video games, and that's not fun either. But just like basic things, like this shouldn't be, these 2 brigades, or that whole division should not be attacking without the support of the others. I understand, but in real life, man, I understand this isn't real life. It's a video game. You want it to be challenging. You want to be able to play on the battlefields with the weapons of the time. You don't want to be fighting with T-60 Terminators versus Immortals. So I think the solution is to get just an AI that behaves a little bit more intelligent. Call it something else. Okay, so maybe we'll have Davidson lay down. Maybe we'll have not Rossi. I don't even think you can lay down a building. If you could, that would be weird. Somehow I am still shooting, but I would imagine it's the building bonus that's really helping us. Yeah, if they want to shoot at Davidson, I'm actually... How did we go from... Oh, maybe we weren't quite at low. We were near low. That's right. Yeah, if they want to shoot at DeRossi or Davidson and slowly take off casualties while they get absolutely pelted by DeRossi infantry in those buildings, that is a fine trade for me. I didn't think there would be many trades that would be to our advantage, but that's one that is. Those two brigades, again, just the stupid stuff that AI still does. This is two different brigades. The first brigade blocking line of sight for much of the second brigade, which will now be on its own and suffer the morale penalty of having friendlies wrapped nearby while they're shooting at infantry buildings, and they have done about 20 casualties to Davidson. I'll leave Davidson here to bait them into shooting them, even though Davidson can't fire back. That's really what the AI wants to do. They're here for the morale support. They're limited to Rossi, who is taking absolute casualties. I did what I could to not power gain hapless AI, and yet they still found kind of a way to allow me to take advantage. So, whatever. All right, and now they are gone. So that's an entire division eliminated here through, I think, non-power gaming methods, and we're just going to fast forward. If this division, I believe is a division, pressed whatever this division is, it should, yeah, it's a brigade, right? It's Donovan's brigade plus 200? Is that right? So 29 there, 27 there. I have no idea what the extra 200 is, but whatever the extra 200 is, it feels like it's a battery. That should be good enough. I think I'm gonna put you on pause rather than watch you, have you watch artillery shoot at. What the heck are they shooting at? What is getting hit? Are they really shooting at the skirmishers? Yup. Like, are you kidding me? More than 3 years later, you still can't get the artillery to target things, AI artillery, to target things that actually make sense. Right, these are skirmish. Oh, I lied. All right. So, I mean, I lied, but it was the detachment going to take, I think. No, actually, that was CSA artillery. That's right. That's the battery we lost earlier. Fine. But these guys, first of all, how can I know? Oh, this might be, I might not have changed the mod, or, yeah, the mod, where I can, move their forces. I wouldn't have moved them there, right? I don't know what the point of moving them up 50 yards is if they had the fence. But, hey, they got something, and they got 12-pounders. So I'll put you on pause, and we'll see if there's any remedy here. Alright, so since they moved their artillery up without support, that sounds like a recipe for something we should attack. And we will do so behind skirmishers just before we break to go through the overnight. Why can't I click on these guys? Yeah, it's kind of the weird thing about skirmishers. I don't know what that is about. Right, so those aren't mine. There they are. Well, it's a little too late. I'm going to try to get DeRossi up rather than going just close enough. We'll try to move more than close enough. Keep moving. That's at 2x. My guess is that probably hurt. A little bit. I mean, they do have defense. Our goal is to try to move up close enough here and then lay down. And then we should get a rout on that artillery. I really have never heard some of those things until now, and I'm guessing it's noise canceling. Saw the sprites fall in the middle there. Actually, if they're gonna turn and run, we don't have to lay down. We can just, all right, and they routed. So there's that, and now we can pull DeRossi back, and I think I can put you all back on pause while not much happens. All right, and they withdrew overnight. Wow, we took a lot of casualties overnight, but yeah, I'm surprised that outnumbered more than 2-1. We did that. Have we actually frozen here at the end? It looks like we froze at the end of that battle, so I have no idea if that'll even count, which is really, really too bad. But welcome to Grand Tactician. If you've never been here before, this is kind of what we expect.